Hey guys, Taro here. Welcome back to another GTA Online Racing video. This time another contact race. And before anyone comments this down below, it's a different playlist from last time. We're now going to do the 3, 2, 1 countdown. And we actually get a pretty decent start there, getting the Super Boost start up into 4th again, side by side now with one of the yellow cars in the race and trying to go up the inside line, just get squeezed to the apex there by that Turismo up in front, so you have to stop that down to P4. Actually now going on to P5, and which is actually last in this race, and unfortunately someone is in the Wagner, but never mind because the Wagner's now facing the wrong way, so that deals with that problem. So now we're open to P3. I think it's currently a Turismo 1-2 getting a good run on this black red Turismo, just cuts in front of us, this block of our line. Pretty much a very Max Verstappen-esque defending move. Then again, side by side once again with this yellow car, trying to hold it up the inside of the yellow car. The yellow car goes straight into Narnia around the hairpin. Actually get a pretty decent run there out of the corner. But we actually take a much tighter line. To chase side by side coming out into right hander. We just squeeze out the yellow car, which I think is actually an Italian GTB. Just see many of them in races nowadays. Going through the stage chicane, once again we squeeze out the Italian GTB there. And we get up now into P4. Bit of a gap to the cars up in front, but because we're in the Nero Custom, we've got the easy straight line speed advantage over the 3 cars in front of us, as the Wagner has the advantage everywhere else. Now coming up now, we're actually gaining quite a bit on the Turismos and that Wagner up in front, so the Wagner got a really poor run out a few corners ago, given this how slow it was getting into this corner left-hander. Now the Wagner gets up to P2, the Turismo doing a good job there fighting back though. Up the inside can try to keep it side by side with them. There's just a slot in behind, so now they're right behind us now. We run out a bit while we finally get to the inside line, we just have to break there, make a bit of contact with them, we just have to back out of that, so we end up spinning them out. Now going now into P3, going up now through the next right-hander, one of the other Wagner's pulled off there to the outside. Now going into P2, so now we're easily faster than this Turismo. We've seen so many times already. We're so much faster than this Turismo, so we've got to play patient and wait for an opportunity to prevent itself, so we can try and make a move on the Turismo. Coming now, you know, try and go for the inside line, but no, that hasn't worked until we can really smash the Turismo out of the way. But something we have to break there, let the Turismo go back through. Now that allows the Italian GTB to actually get through into the lead, so drop down to P3. So thankfully still in pole position, but this Turismo is just absolutely parking the bus absolutely everywhere. I mean, had they watched my video from my Uni 1 career season 1, the Singapore Grand Prix, I was absolutely parking the bus in that Marussia to win the race. So I'm thinking, this is basically what it was like for Lewis Hamilton in that race, trying to get past me. You just couldn't, and now that once again the Italian GTB runs out wide, actually gets a mega run there from running out wide, and it gets back into the lead of the race. Albeit, I imagine that the Italian GTB has better traction than the Turismo anyway. But finally, we managed to make a move around the Turismo, and I get up to P2 now. Finally, we're unleashed, trying to attack this Italian GTB to go for the win of this race. Well, Turismo looking all of the inside line. We just can't find out the inside line because on that blue and right wumble strips, there's absolutely no way there's no grip on them. They're going to try and get side by side with the yellow GTB once again. We're just not finding the room that we need to try and keep it side by side with the car in front of us. Once again, we lose quite a lot of time to the back of the Italian GTB. And coming up into what would be the 3rd sector of the lap if GTA Racing has tasted. That was a horrible corner there from us. We lost a lot of time there. Now pretty much in the no man's land now between the Italian in front and the Turismo behind. Now coming up through the next corner. Once again, get another terrible line. I have to change the camera angle there so you can actually see in the straight line, just smash into the wall that was sticking out on the right. Now coming up now through this double right-hander. We are gaining on the Italian GTB in front. Of course, catch up and slipstream isn't on because this is pretty much meant to be a proper race. We're just using the natural straight line speed of our Nero Custom to our advantage. You know, getting quite a lot on the Italian GTB now coming on onto the final lap now. The race trying to keep it on the inside of the Italian GTB. The Italian GTB just quickly slides himself out wide and we get smashed out by the Turismo. Just forces the way right through the middle. Now going side by side. It's actually going to be a 4-way fight now for the lead of this race. Coming onto the final lap, the Turismo actually got through into the lead of the race. Now trying around the outside of the Italian GTB. Coming up now through into this next left-hander, gets smashed into the wall by the Italian GTB. Of course, we got the easy weight advantage over the Italian, so we managed to breeze right around the outside of the coming up into the head and get smashed into by the Wagner now. And trying to really lock up horribly, they go completely wide, smashing towards again as Luke kill us all on momentum now. They're smashing into the back now of that Wagner, so which is somehow managed to claw its way back up now into P2 because the Wagner's so much faster in general than the other 3 cars we're in. Of course, we're all squabbling, costing ourselves even more time. Now that Wagner's all over the back now of that Turismo for the lead of the race. With only pretty much half a lap left to go now, it's like we can try and secure a P3 position because the Italian GTB is falling away quite a bit behind us now. We're actually still, once again, we're still gaining massively on the 2 cars in front. So you've got so much more straight line speed than that Wagner and the Turismo up in front. Now coming up now into probably what would be the final sector of the lap. We get a much better run there through that left-hander this time. The Wagner runs out wide and keeps it side by side now with the Wagner going side by side. We break out, you go for a switch by line, but no, that hasn't worked. We smashed the Wagner completely out of the way, and now that's killed any chances of us winning the race. We have to let the Wagner go back through now, of course, because this is a proper race this time, racing properly, not like the last video where we get smashing out that poor little Italian GTB. But now coming around the final few corners now, so I don't think we're going to gain any positions out of this. Coming up to the line now. Looks like it's going to be a P4 finish for us over there. Wait, are they stopping on the inside line? Okay, well actually you're going to finish in P2, so I mean I'll take it. I'm not going to argue with extra positions. But now coming on to the next race of this video, and we're back on this track. I remember what happened last time where no one was going for about a minute, so we're starting at the back in the rain, so it's pretty much going to be, well, pretty much almost a last to first really. They're going to get a pretty good start once again, get the boost start, turn the radio off because I do not want to be listening to the radio because of course I don't want any copyright whatsoever. Now going to the curb boost there, inside line. Interesting, only one car in front of us actually takes that line, so made up 6 positions out off the start, so a pretty decent start there from ourselves. Now coming down the straight, pretty much everyone just curb boosting their way down into turn 2, which is pretty much what everyone will be doing in this race. Now keeping a tight line to the inside, just missed the lamppost there, can you get a line around the outside? Thankfully we missed the 2 bins there on the left hand side. Now we're up into P4, so a really good start there from ourselves, making up 12 positions in about 30 seconds. Now going for the curb boost once again on the inside line, we get a bit airborne there, so maybe not the most advantageous line there, going for that coast on the inside line now, going over, drifting a bit while they're getting the side, and we just missed the lamppost there on the left hand side. That could be almost race over within the first minute there if he smacked into that lamppost. Getting a good run on that fell on. Now we get up now into a podium position, up to P3, so we're not even been a minute into this race and we're already up into a podium position. Getting a pretty good run on the 2 cars in front, one of them smacks down the lamppost, which is going to kill their momentum. Looks like they've still got enough straight line speed in their car, still managed to keep enough straight line speed to actually go around. So just interesting, no one goes for that curb boost there on the right hand side, but well, I'm not complaining, I'll take any advantage that I can get. Getting a bit of slide on though. Losing a bit of time there to the 2 cars in front, getting a wheel on the day, lock up horribly. We're going to go around now into the final corner to start lap 2 of 4. We get a horrible run onto the stuffy straight because we lost absolutely all our momentum locking up into the final corner. Now that allows that fell on to get back in front of us now, to get back up into what is P3, and another car behind us. Is that? Already waiting just behind in case anything goes wrong with us once again, so still pretty much a 5-way fight for lead. And then this orange car is a great run up the inside, smashing into one of the sides, so loses a load of momentum. We get a nice slide on there. Actually get from what we got a positive side actually, it allowed us to get the car turned around the corner a lot more. Once again we just have to go around that pole that I ended up smashing into if you tried to commit any more to trying to turn into the right hand side of that pole. You know, coming up into the second section of the lap, was losing a bit of time to the orange car, and I fell up in front of it because the Zion is quite a bit faster than the Felon. It's a noticeable advantage with the Felon, as you know, it gets a good traction out of that hairpin. Now getting up now into P4, getting a good run on the orange car once again. A good breeze away back up now into P3, but it's going to be quite a gap now to the cars out in front. It's going to be quite a task now if you're actually going to catch up to the 2 cars in front. Once again, the pole's taken out on the curb this time, so it looks like someone has gone for the curb this time. Getting a bit of a drift once again, smacking, we just grazed the wall. We managed to keep it in P3 though, so we're still going pretty well so far. Now moving a bit further on now to the next lap, the orange car once again all over us now. Just coming into the second sector of the lap once again. The orange car getting a pretty good run, getting a bit of a slide on there. We managed to get a pretty decent run at the corner for the curb boost, which pretty much actually slowed them down. So a negative curb boost, which isn't something you see that often. Instead we're going for all the curb boosts we can find now, of course. Not using the one on the left hand side there because I don't want to take the risk of smacking into a tree or late spawning pedestrians. But we do smack into a pole though. That's killed our momentum completely now. We dropped down to P3. So actually, we're up into second place, which I hadn't noticed. So something's gone wrong for one of the leaders up in front. Now going up now over this bridge section is one of the most annoying corners. There's a lamppost on the inside. We smack into the lamppost and now we smack into a pole. And I think that's pretty much race over. No, drop down into P4, so I think another car went past. Well, another car did go past, now we're down into P4, but we're going to need an absolute miracle now if we try and take a podium position and try and get back up into what can be P2 now as we start the final lap of the race, lap 4 of 4. There's like a few people are quitting, but there are people behind us, so that's not going to affect our race. Now, we are down to 15 runners though. Now we come down now into tow 1, third place is nowhere to be seen. We can't even see on the screen that far behind. There's a car there stuck off the ends on the inside of the track, but thankfully you managed to avoid them because it's non-contact, so it doesn't really make any difference whether we actually go through them or not because there won't be any contact damage. Actually, I think that family friend has actually gone contact, so I think that person quitting has actually made the race turn contact. So this could be very interesting come the end of the race now. We are gaining leaps and bounds on this felon up in front of us and the orange Zion, which is currently second, because the lead is absolutely gone. I have no idea. Well, no idea who's in the lead or how far close to the finish line he currently is. So we're gaining so much time on the back of this Felon GT. Of course, with the crossover section, now have to be wary of the other cars coming the other way. But thankfully, managed to get through both the crossover sections without being smacked out by a car lower down in the race. And for all the cars that are going to push it to the limit now to try and take a P3 position. It looks like the cars in front are going to find we just smack it, graze the pole, put in the maximum amount of power we can into the car, and they're coming around the final corner. And this time, it actually is going to be a P4 finish. Unfortunately, we don't get gifted another second place. But now taking a look at the final results, and Lugerman would take the victory. We wouldn't have the fastest lap though, so we come in fourth with the fastest lap, so proving we did have some pace in this race, which unfortunately we couldn't make the most of it. So that's been this random GTA video. Contact Racing, I think, has redeemed itself, albeit the mistakes in this race were my fault. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all next time.